Are they toxic or not? Are they good to wear? Like, pros, cons, right? That's what we're gonna talk about.
I go insane, I'm not okay till I get.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Moose coming back at you with another video. How have you guys been? Let me know in the comments right now. I've been pretty neutral, you know, up and down, up and down, up and down, and neutral and neutral. I don't know. I've been all right, you know. Last month I participated in the 48-hour film festival. It was really cool, and basically you have to make a film in 2 days. That's how it works. You write the script, you edit it, shoot it, everything, and it turned out pretty good. People liked it. It was fun to make, and I love making films. You know, that's like one of my long-term like careers is to be acting in films in Hollywood. But that's like a long-term thing, right? I'm using YouTube as a platform to get a following. Yeah, that was really cool. It was a cool project to work on, and I'll be filming the spring lookbooks and the summer lookbooks really soon. So be on the lookout for that. You know, your boy is gonna help you all look fresh with some nice outfits for the summer. Even though I don't like the summer, I think it's the shittiest time of the year, but it is what it is. Today we're gonna be talking about perfumes, colognes, fragrances, whatever you want to call them. Are they toxic or not? Are they good to wear? Like, pros, cons, right? That's what we're gonna talk about, but mainly whether they are healthy to wear, right? So I like colognes. I love fragrances. I love smelling good as shit, you know? Makes you feel good. When you get compliments like, oh, you smell good, you know, it feels good. And you want to spread that good smell to other people, as long as it's not crazy strong or they get headaches from it. Anyway, so I started getting into colognes in like 2015 or something like that. I kind of got really into them. I didn't buy too many, but I bought like samples and stuff of like, you know, Dolce & Gabbana One, Aventus Creed, like La Nuit de l'Homme, like the basic ones, you know, that people talk about, like Versace Eros, like that stuff. I got into that. I started smelling samples and stuff like that, and ordering them, and then I kind of just fell off for a while. And then fast forward to early 2019, it's like my obsession started coming back. I started watching Jeremy Fragrance again, and just like researching about colognes and fragrances and all about the top notes, the base notes, the middle notes, everything about that nature. And I got really into them. But then, you know, I was doing some thinking one day. I was like, are colognes even healthy? Because, you know, if you know me, you know I'm like super like natural, like everything has to be like healthy, natural, blah, 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 whether it's like stuff I put on my skin or my body. So you know what? I'll look it up, see what I find out, even though I had a feeling that I'd find that fragrances aren't good for you. And I was right, you know. Before I go on to this, I'm not saying every fragrance out there is bad for you. I'm just saying most fragrances these days are bad for you. They're synthetic. And you guys can go through this article. I highly recommend checking it out. But in a nutshell, basically, in most fragrances these days, I'm talking about very famous ones. Like Acqua di Gio is one of the ones, like that's one of the worst actually. It's in the top list that they mentioned. They add, okay, so the way it works is there's like a loophole for this, right? So when companies make perfumes, and they have a fragrance listed in the ingredients, right? Literally called fragrance, or it might say perfume or parfum or something like that, right? Under that, to create that right there, that what's called fragrance, they have so many chemicals that create that fragrance that they don't actually legally have to list out, which is weird to think, right? Because legally, like usually companies, whatever, it's like a food product, whatever it is, like they have to put all the ingredients there, right? But in this case, they don't, which is absurd. And so there's so many secret chemicals that they don't show. According to this article and a bunch of other articles, it talks about how all these secret chemicals are actually really, really bad for us, and they did tests on them, and it's super, super unhealthy. And it's not only healthy for us, but for the environment. There's a big reason why a lot of people get headaches, and this is a big reason why they do. Like, I am very sensitive to colognes. My mom has an obsession with colognes, and ever since like maybe 5-7 years ago, I started getting headaches, and I started telling my mom, like, please don't wear that, like it's giving me a headache. Just from like one sniff, it immediately makes me feel weird, right? And there's very few fragrances out there that I actually feel great from, like smelling, you know, it's like very few. It's hard to find those. Now, it could be because maybe my nose hasn't been exposed to too many perfumes, and like I need to build tolerance to it, you know, because some perfumes are stronger. They're not for everyone. There is that. Anyway, when I found out this information, I was kind of like, man, this sucks, because I just started getting obsessed with colognes again, and I was like thinking about purchasing some and like making a collection out of it. But when I found out this, I was like, I can't do it anymore. So like, what do I do, you know? I did some research. I was looking up like, there's gotta be companies out there that make natural fragrances that are At least better than most commercial ones these days, you know. After doing some research, your boy found some companies that sell good, healthy fragrances that are good for the environment and for yourself. 2 companies I'm gonna name real quick. I'm not gonna go too deep in these companies, but I wanted to get them out there and talk about them separately in another video. But the 2 companies I found, first company is called Eden Perfumes. They're based from the UK. They, apparently their fragrances are vegan. I don't care about that part, but they are vegan. And they do use alcohol in their fragrances, but it's, I messaged them about it. I emailed them like why they have alcohol in it, and it's so the cologne can come out as a spray. Without the alcohol, it's like very hard to do that or something, apparently. And they used a better version of alcohol. They mentioned in the email, I can't remember what it was, but they do use alcohol, but everything else is like, everything's natural. Like, even the alcohol is natural, everything that they use. And it's better, completely better than all the other fragrances that you see out there. Eden Perfumes, they basically mimic perfumes of like famous ones, and they have their own line as well, which is really cool. I actually have tried some. Every day I wear the copy of Aventus Creed. It's my favorite fragrance of all time. I'm telling you, the copy is not the exact same, but oh my god, it smells so good. The whole purpose of a cologne, right, is for it to smell good, whatever it is, cologne, perfume. And normally I'm against fakes. Okay, whatever it may be, whether it's shoes, clothes, anything, I'm against fakes. I'm like, if I can't afford the real thing, I don't want to buy it. But in this case, when my health is on the line, I will gladly buy from a company that can mimic the same smell, or close to it even, with less harmful effects for myself and the environment, 100%. But this is a completely different, if it's impacting my health, I'm gonna take a stand at that and say, yo, like this, I will not support the real version of these fragrances. I do smell them every now and then, the real ones, like when I'm going to like Nordstrom, I'll smell them, you know, just to get an idea of how it smells. But I don't think I'm ever gonna buy them again. After finding this company out, especially Eden Perfumes, they're really reasonable too, you know, they're like 30 pounds to 18 to 25 pounds, like ranges around there. I'll go in depth in a separate video on these on this brand, but I did want to mention it. Eden Perfumes. I have 3 samples and I have a 50 ml of Aventus Creed. It smells freaking good. The next company I want to mention is Nantucket Perfumes. I haven't tried them yet, but theirs is all natural. They actually don't even have alcohol in theirs, so I don't know how the spray works, or even if it is a spray, maybe it's like a little drop. I'm not 100% sure yet, but these 2 companies you could definitely check out, and they both offer options to mimic famous colognes. So with that being said, I hope you guys do your research into fragrances these days. Like, they're really not good for you to spray on your skin. There's a lot of long-term effects that can happen. Obviously, doing it one time is not going to make a big deal. But long-term exposure to this is not good for us or the environment. You probably want to smell good like I do, and so these are some great options you can use. Eden Perfumes and Nantucket Perfumes, and like I said, I'll make separate videos on each company just to go more in depth. That being said, I appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Take it easy, everybody.
I can't live without you.
My farts have been so stinky lately. Side note.